Hello from me. It is Tuesday afternoon. I'm down after work. I've got a task and I need to tell you something as well. Just step outside the sunshine because I was getting blinded there. Last week's video showed you the unveiling of the fire and also showed you how I installed this lovely flue pipe. Well, after I finished the video, I sat here for a little while and I started hearing drip, drip. It wasn't like that, it was drip, then a couple of 30 seconds, 40 seconds later, drip. Yes, we had a leak. I'm not talking about the leaks that grew in the ground. I'm talking about a leak from the roof, which is exactly what you don't want to hear. But, truth be told, it was my own fault. I didn't leave it long enough for the glue in the fire compound to dry before I did the work. But I wanted the work to be done, and I did it, so I rushed it. Shouldn't have done it, but managed to fix it. Down the back here, that exactly was where it was dripping, right through the gap between the stove and the back section there. So on the back side of there is where it was leaking. Right on the back. It was dripping, it was actually a drip. It was dripping down there, through there, down on the floor. And to be fair, I did catch a fair bit of water after I left. That's a couple of days. Now the milkiness is from the white compound that I put on, because obviously that had failed. But it's a couple of days later, it's dried. And I've bought something to stop and help that problem. The last thing I would want to do was for this board to stay wet, because that's a structural fail and the roof could be compromised. So I immediately went on Amazon and I bought some butyl tape. I think that's how we pronounce it. So this stuff is very sticky on the sides there, and it's got like a plastic layer, like double-sided tape basically, but that stays solid. So I've already been up on the top of the roof there and I've sealed it around to where the leak was, and everything is nice and dry because the sun has been glorious all day today. So that is that, hopefully fixed. We'll have to wait for the rains to come again, which it's forecast rain the next few days in any case, and we'll check and make sure that's 100%. So a little job, which I'm going to do now while I'm down here, so I've got like 45 minutes to an hour. I'm going to clean these windows. Now, I've showed you in the past how I've done it on the Parkway fire in the greenhouse. Exactly the same process. And believe it or not, we use the ash from the fire as a cleaner. This is the best cleaner going. They've done it for years. Everybody's done it before in the past. So, I've got that window there, which if you can see, I'll just shut this back up again. It's all dusty and cloudy and misty. So we don't need to go and buy expensive cleaners or anything like that. And here's one I did earlier. Look at that. I just need to clear the streaks off. But how I did that was got a bit of paper, the ash off the fire. So dip, dip, dip. And then on this side, as you can see, let's have a look. As if by magic, it actually gets rid of all the smoke and soot marks on the glass. So I'm just going to finish these off. Yeah, but you can see, so there's a before and there's the after. So as you can see, it's a lot more cleaner. You can see through them, and you can also see me in the reflection. Hey, fantastic. Right, that's a little task done. Time to go and water and feed the tomatoes and cucumbers. Morning, everybody. I'm off work for the next week. Today I'm down the plot. I am going to do a couple of things. I've got a ticky box as usual. First things first, I'll show you what I'm going to do in here. I've already had my cup of tea. Involves behind the fire. So I bought these years ago with the idea that I was always going to have them put in behind the fire. So this is what I'm going to do. In here I have hundreds and hundreds of beer mats, all sorts of different beer mats. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick them all on the back of that wall there. So I don't know whether it's going to be better to use blue tack and stick them on, because I've already got loads of blue tack on from last time. That's years old. That they'll probably fall off, to be honest. I might just do that and see what happens. But I've got hundreds of them to go in this corner. Let's begin. So I've decided just to staple them in. It's probably going to be better anyways, because the blue tack is old, and obviously it'll just finish falling off anyways. So this is where I'm at the minute. We've got one more line to do across the top of there, and I've still got all of these, and I've still got all of them. I should have enough to do the entire corner all the way up there. Well, a bit more done. Like I say, just ticking along, taking my time, a few cup of teas. Got plenty to go through here still lots more up there. It's very cold at the moment on this shed because the sun has not yet hit the front. And because of that, the drafts have been an absolute nightmare. Now, a few people have mentioned in past regards to the gaps at the top here. So I've decided, after speaking to my granddad as well, to do this. Even if it's just a temporary measure, I've closed up the majority of these with some insulation. Now, with the overhang I've got in the front, that will not get wet. So that should do just fine. So I've just left a couple for ventilation purposes, which I'll put some scaffolding and something in there to stop the critters from getting in. But I've sorted that out. So I'll just want to carry on with this. I would put this on just to get the chill off, but some people at the back here do have their washing on the line with it being a nice windy day. So just out of courtesy, I'm not putting the fire on. I'm taking a break from doing that. I've only got a tiny little bit left to do, but I'm going to go for my lunch now. But I won't be going up empty-handed because I've just grabbed one of these. I've got a full air pot full of tomatoes. Now these are money maker, and they'll be going up for my mum. I'm also going to take some grapes. Look at these. I've got absolutely tons and look at the size of that, man. Look at that. I've got absolutely tons, and all the hard work previously has benefited for a great harvest this year for grapes. Bunches and bunches and bunches. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these. They do have pips in them, so the kids won't eat them, which is a shame, but will go nice for the juice. Might even see if I can find the wine gear. Might even do a couple of bottles of wine. So I'm going to pinch one of them. I'm going to take a bunch up to show off. Well, somewhere a little bit different this morning. I'm at my father-in-law's, Leslie's dad, and because he's asked us to help him out with a project. So I'll show you what I've been up to. So that used to be a gate. It is now no longer a gate. Well, it sort of is. It's a framework of a gate. It'll still be a gate again going forward in the future, but what he's asked us to do is, this was his back fence. So this fence was all the way to that post, and then the gate was attached to that section over there. So what we've done is we've cut down that section there, brought the fence panel back, framed it out, and we've got a swinging gate on this way. And then I've taken all the panels off the middle section that was in there, and taken all the panels off there without breaking them, best I could. Measured and built this gate here, and what that's going to happen with this one is we're going to pop it onto that post down there, cut this out, and that's going to be the gate for this side, so that he's got somewhere to park his electric vehicle. So this is what we've been up to. This is what I've managed to get sorted. Hopefully this all fits in nicely and it sits in there nicely, and then I'll show you after. Well, we've timed this quite well because the rains are starting to come, and I've just this second finished. There we go, and we've got a gate on here now as well, with the catches and mechanisms and everything. So there we go, that goes in nice. Got the little catch on the bottom, bolt on the bottom. That shuts, and we can get it from this side. Doesn't look too bad from there, so that's alright. Open there. You're not, I'll take them, I'll burn them. I'll take the log burn, right? Happy days, all done. You're welcome, Father. Morning from the plot. I am here all day today, so I've got me list of things to do, and I'll tell you about them now. Popped up to B&M, got some coffee and some pot noodles in case I ever need any. Hey, got me little mat that I got from Acc.no when I was doing the show. I was given that, and also I went down to Boys, and I've picked up a couple of fire logs. Obviously these are smokeless and very helpful, so they'll come in handy just to be able to heat. Put one in about 15 minutes ago, keep everything low, and it's already given off a nice bit of heat because it is cold this morning. So, and I've also finally finished behind the fire, right behind the chimney anyways. All the beer mats are on. I'll get a quick look and peek through them because I've picked some which are worth looking at. There's a lot of old ones. The one thing I did stay away from was I did stay away from all of the the smoking paraphernalia. I didn't want any of the smoking stuff on there, but it is quite interesting to have still. So like starting from the bottom here, we've got all sorts of different, but even look at the postcards and stuff as well. Woodpecker, like me woodpecker, I like Guinness. Another little funny one there. I say funny one, different one. You can just pause these. You can play a spot. If I spot the difference, you can also play snap. See if you can find any of the same. I know there's a few of the same. Did on purpose, but I'll make sure they weren't right next to each other. I did go through a phase when I was putting them on actually. There was a load of red ones up in this middle section. But yeah, that's what I wanted. That's what I've done. I like the way it looks. So I'm pleased with them. I had them little beer mats and them glasses there. I got them for free when I was at Cardwood Sale a few years ago. So I've just brought them in. I was going to hang them down the sides there, but I want to keep things away from the fire. But I'll see where they look best in future. But I went down to B&M. I picked some roller blinds up. I only managed to get 3 because that's all I had in. So I'm going to do 1 window, 2, 3. I'm going to be a tiny little gap at the side there. But like I say, it's a shed at the end of the day, and I got them 15% off, and they were already on a deal anyways, like 18 quid each, and I got 15% off on each one of them, so that was all right. Later on this afternoon, before Kyle comes down after school, I can get 4 posts put in for the polytunnel, because that's going to be the next project. Right, that's 2 of them up, nice and quickly, see what they're like when they're down. So it makes a difference in here. That side is all right with the window and stuff. It is a little bit smaller, but it is what it is. So it doesn't look too shabby. But this one, on the middle window, of course the middle window is a lot bigger, and I have actually mismeasured it. So there is a rather large gap on there, which means there will be about the same size gap on this side as well. So I don't know whether or not just to put that one on this window and then just sort the middle out instead. It's going to be cheaper doing it that way. 2 roller blinds on the side and a curtain in the middle. I'll have to see. And done. Tell you what, it does make a little bit of a difference in here, like, but as you can see, like I say, it's a bit short. But I'll leave them on there as it is, and I'll get another one for that side, and I'll make a decision what I want to do with this. But for the time being, that's grand. Right, on to the next task outside of the gate. Right, come along and give us a hand again. It's nice to get out of the house, isn't it? It is. It is. So the plan here is, because I'm getting a lot of wind coming through this door here for the polytunnel. We did obviously have the green mesh on, so what I want to do is I want to put some plastic on. So I've got a big roll of plastic down there, so I'm just going to put that across here, drape it down, and then get some boards, just to nip them in. So that's what I want to do. All done. So I don't know how long this plastic's going to last, because it wasn't very good plastic to start with, but it's going to make a hell of a difference on the inside, because like I say, when the wind comes through, it's coming through from the back and it's just going straight through, and obviously this way as well. So it's getting there's a lot of wind coming through, which is not ideal, not really what I want. So putting that on should keep things in here warmer as well, especially with the cooler times coming over the next couple of weeks. I mean, I've got great ventilation to start with. The holes in the roof. On to the next project, and that is to get this bleeding polytunnel finished. But what I need to do first is we need to get the front posts in. So we'll get that, I'll show you what we're going to do with that. I'm going to take his phone off him. He's like a proper apprentice. Here you go. Who's that? Who's that, you? Right, so we're going to make a start in here. We're going to dig the holes for the main posts. We've already measured. I want a 5-foot door, so we'll get about 5 foot from where we are there. And we're going to dig these down, dig them down to then be able to see how far we need to sink these down. These are a lot taller than what they need to be, so we might have to end up cutting through these before we actually put them in the ground. But we'll see how far we get with these anyways. Again, hands in his pockets, proper apprentice. Right,
I'm a good apprentice.
Right, we're getting these posts all level. We know where they're going. They're straight up and down that way and also this way as well. And we're getting them nigh on straight with each other, which is great. So the next thing to do is to put some postcrete in the ground and then we'll water around the edges. Made a start. We've got the posts in, postcrete in. It's a good width. I'm just short of 5 foot, so but it's centered. That's the main thing. Right in the middle. So everything is now done on there. That's great and grand. Did I make a mistake with the postcrete? I didn't put the postcrete in over on that side. I should have really watched my own videos. And also, if you look on the bag, it tells you what you need to do. So what I've done is you're supposed to put the water in first and then just fill it up. Well, I did it the opposite way around. But it's all well. It's all sitting there well. It's all fine. So we're going to do the back two. The back two is not going to be matter too much because I only wanted the front done that way so I knew exactly what size door I wanted. The back section here can just get put in anywhere across there for me because it's just for the structure anyways. But it'd be nice to be level. We'll get it in line shot of the ones at the front. But like I say, with anything on the allotment, it's just going to, I'm just winging it. It's like I do with everything. That's the back two posts in, so I have to leave them set, front and back, leave them to set, and then I can get the rest of the framing sorted out. That includes going across the top of that door there. We need to put across the middle there, and then just some supports coming across here, which I've already got the blue lats as well, because you need some supports going across here, because even at this stage the whole thing is wobbly going across, but as soon as you put them cross supports in, it stiffens it right up so that it turns basically into this. Obviously the outer, it's not even moving, that it doesn't even move, but it's just these bars here, it's strengthen it up so much. But hey, it's another good couple of hours a day. Again, thank you very much, Ryan, for your help. Projects are getting finished and projects are starting thick and fast. This is going to make a massive difference come next year because I'll be growing swede and kohlrabi and stuff inside of here. Plan would be them big pots there, be getting chopped in half. I've got the big air pots to put in here as well. It's all going to be growing in pots in here next year. Save up for some compost. Me and Ryan thought we've got 20 minutes, we might as well do the rest of it. So we've got the front sections all put in. I've got the sides put in here as well, and we'll show you how much more stiffer it's made the entire structure without even having the cover on. So we're going to give it a push, not the post. Just push that. We've just put them posts in, man. You stupid sod. So you can see there's not much flex in it, but there's enough there for when we put the skin on and stuff like that. So when the wind moves, it does move as well. But it's so much more solid. But guess what? We've only got one more cut to make, and that's above that door there. So what time we got?
Yeah, you gotta make it
Head height, aye, so it's 5 to 4. You think we'll just do what way? I need to get a couple of brackets actually, because I've got no more screws long enough to reach through them posts. So I'll have to get a couple of brackets, but other than that, there we go. Look at that. Frame's done. The frame is done. Just the bottom sections that I need to sort out along the bottom of there, all the way along the bottom. Then once that's done, I'll be able to get the skin put on. Once I've getting the netting put on the underside. I'm going to have to get some more netting actually, but I don't think there's enough on there to be able to do the full wrap around. Let's have a quick look. Nah, it's not going to go all the way around that, so it looks like I have to get some more, which it is what it is. But we'll see where we're coming from in here now. I'm out of the moon if I can get that done. I wasn't expecting to get anywhere near that doing that, like Ryan.
Told you we would.
So happy days, thank you very much.
This is key.
Right, I'm going to go and make a cuppa because I've got a little visitor. Kyle's came down, he's walked down from school all by himself because he can do that now, he's allowed. So I'm going to go and put the kettle on, sit down for 5, have a couple of tomatoes because these tomatoes are banging. And one's in there. Look who's coming down to see his dad down in the allotment after school today. Hello, Kyle.
Scooted all the way here from our school.
Did you?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're having a cuppa. Me and Kyle, because I had some biscuits. And there's something else I want to show you what Grandad Dave brought earlier on. Came in, brought us a punnet of blackberries. Went there for Leslie. I went, alright, okay, no bother. But he's also brought these as well. So these are his winter garlic. So just pop these into September time. I've already got, so these are, I don't even know what type these are, but they are really small ones. But I want to find a place to put them in, and I'll put them in down the side of a fence or something. So I'll pop them in, but I'll also pop the larger ones I've got. But also, I've been in contact with a lovely lady called Debbie, who is selling her giant garlic. Now when I say giant, I'm not joking. Check out this video. So you can see Debbie's got some absolutely massive garlic. He's got some super sized garlic and some large garlic. Now this is I believe this is a type of elephant garlic, but I'm going to be putting the prices up because she's selling it. I'll pop her contact details in the description of this video. If you want to get in contact with her, please feel free to. I've already getting some for myself and they shouldn't be here in not too long. And I'm looking forward to growing some of my own giant garlic again this year. So if you want some giant garlic, give Debbie a text message. Don't give her a call, give her a text message. Good afternoon from the plot. I haven't been recording as we've got plenty of stuff, and the stuff that I've done already, it's not garden related really, it's just tinkering on and getting a little bit sorted out. I'll show you what we've been up to. So as you can see, there's been a few changes in the plot, and I've got a couple of visitors.
I haven't just shrunk.
Uncle Ryan's far back on the side there, and Kyle's came down from his mum's because...
I was by myself because I walked here.
You walked here from your mum's allotment, but why did you come down? Was it because you wanted to come and see her?
Yeah,
You little liar, you little liar. He came down for one reason. On his dad's allotment, he can charge his phone. And his phone's only got 2%. So isn't that right, Kyle? Yes. So Kyle's been there. Kyle's come down here to sit because he's got a comfier seat with a couch in here now, and also he can charge his phone. Speaking of the couch, you can see that we've now got a couch in here, and I've also made a change to the table. So by the time we measured it, this seemed to be the best place to put it. I was getting a smaller couch, but we've taken this one from my other shed. That's on my allotment over there. So this one here, we've fixed it a little bit because one of the sides was broken. We've given it a wipe down. not a very good wipe down because we've still missed a little bit there. I'm going to go around the front and give it all another clean on the front because I've been down to Boys again this morning. Not sponsored, blah blah blah. And picked up some leather wipes. So I've got 2 packets of leather wipes here. So I'm going to get the front of that wipe, but as you can see, we've got somewhere nice to sit, somewhere with a fire. And this table, because of how far it came out, we wouldn't have been able to recline that chair over that way. So what I've done is, we've chopped this edge off, kept that as the potting bench, and this will be a spare bench. Because I've got a plan later on. Speak to obviously John earlier as well. Ideally, it might be worthwhile to have a little sink in this corner, just like I had in the other shed. Let us show you. So in this shed here, one of the first jobs I did was the roof. Obviously we've changed the roof, that still needs to be sorted out. But this is one of the first things that I did. That sink there, that sink setup. So how it worked was, I've got pipes. We've got the header tank. The intake came with the water coming in from the top there is from guttering system on the outside with a little filter on the inside. I can't really show in the top there. And then any overflow will come out of that pipe straight down into the barrel that's on the outside. Then I've got this pipe that comes from the bottom of the tank. It's got a filter on the inside as well. And then this comes down here, down there, and into a sink which I had on the plot. And then to start it off, it's all gravity fed. So like siphoning through a garden hose to here. I had it open. I ended up sucking on the end of that tap. Yeah, I did. And then that gave us water. Still works all this time later. Turn it off, turn it on. I've not turned that for a long time. Still works absolutely fantastic. So I might do that using these in the shed over there. This was the first shed I ever made on the plot. You can see some ideas that I had when I incorporated it in. I got my fire in the corner. Had the beer mats on the back of the wall. And this is where we had the couch across there. But unfortunately this structure seems to have shifted and moved, and the windows that I put in originally have started moving across. I think it might be the weight of the stuff that's on the ceiling as well. So this all needs to be redone again or taken down and used elsewhere. But I've had compost in here, I've had wood chippings in the bottom here. It's a nice space and it does get warm. But yeah, this is where just coming inside of the polytunnel, the yellow polytunnel as we'll call it, because we're yellow and blue. I'll stick to that going forward. Actually, it's a good idea. Makes things a lot easier to understand. What a difference it makes in here. Just having this door on from yesterday, what we put in. You can tell the temperature's risen in here, but you can also feel the breeze coming from the bottom section down here. So I think I'll definitely be doing that on the blue polytunnel. But let's have a quick look around in here while I'm in here and we'll see how things are getting on, because I don't think I've showed you for a little while. Look at the cucumbers first. So that's probably the smallest one we've got. There. That's a chunky boy, width-wise. That's not overly massive. It's too short, to be quite honest, to get anywhere. This one is sort of the same. Getting short ones, but not long ones. This one's probably the longest one I've got. It's actually fat all the way at the end, and it's still green as well. So I think this one is actually still going. Still going and still growing. So yeah, you can see it's still green. It's not quite turned yet, so it's still got time to pump. Well, it's still a bit moist under there, so that's all right. Then we'll go the other side. I tell a lie, I think this one's the smallest one. I don't want the smallest one, I want the biggest one. This one's fallen down from what I think. But never mind. This one's done as well, it's all yellow. It's pretty much sorted as well. Obviously we'll move this, we'll get rid of that one. I'll give that one to Kieran. It's alright. This one's a fat boy. So that's all the tomato, the cucumbers. Now, I normally have these set up here, but obviously, let's say I was running late, so I have timed them all right, considering Malvern is still another week away. So let's have a look at the tomatoes. Look at the tomatoes out the back. I just left some of these to grow, and you can see there are some good sizes down there. on them ones I've just let go. They're not really much, nothing on these ones. That one's not going to do much at all. This is a sucker that I just chucked in the bucket there because it was a space. So we're still producing flowers here, but nothing yet to come off. The cantaloupe is dying back. I've spotted a couple of cantaloupes on them. There's up here. There's 3 there. 1, 2, 3, 4 actually. So it is what it is. That cucumber, unfortunately I lost the cucumber off it, but it's still going mad. That's still massive. This one, the one I've got high hopes for, I've supported it a bit more there. Well, I've looked at the other side. There we're going. Oh, it's got some faces on it, hasn't it? Down here, this is the one I had down here. That's not going to produce anything of great worth. Moving around, the ones that I've got supported. So this one here is starting to pile of weight on. I don't want to get it out. Shouldn't be getting it out anyways. Hey, right, but that's what I've got at the minute. That's that one. I'm going to put this back up. That's tucked in. Also got this one as well. I'm not going to take them out because I don't want them to come off, but you get the gist. You can see it. Got that one there, and also got this one in the jungle. That one there. I'll spin you on while I look at the other side. Then under here, got another one. I've got just supported by a bit of Velcro. Well, it's not even supported actually. I'll have to sort that out. And then on this side here, we've got this one on the bottom. I say bottom, obviously, we've still got all this here, so it's on the first truss, so to speak. I need to get rid of that. I think pulling one of the skins off there near fingernail. So yeah, I mean, they should still, they'll be going for a few weeks. Let's say I've been late with them, but it is what it is with the tomatoes this year. As long as I don't get blossom end rot, I should be fine. And I'm counteracting that by giving them some calcium this year. On this back one here, we've got some tomatoes on there, but they're nothing to be to shout out about. There's 3 on that one, but it is what it is. Like I say, I'm more so preparing for next year at the moment. I forgot to mention, I got this from the North East Giant Veg show. I can't remember whose it was. It's obviously got some more growth coming out the top now, so I've just put in some compost and we'll get some seed off that for next year. Ooh, I've got a bit of a sweat on standing here. Right, time to get out. We'll shut the pot back. That's not going anywhere. That's tunnel frame. Still drying at the bottom there, but it's secure and solid, which is grand. Me and Ryan very quickly have just popped this section up here, and also the window section at the top of there as well. So all of this is pretty much framed out. The only thing I need to do is along the bottom I'm going to be using these boards. So these boards are going to be going from here to there, all the way down, all the way across, all the way across. And if I need be, I'll just put some wooden spikes down basically, or I'll get some little bits of pipe and push the pipe down just so that I can attach to it, because I'm not going to be building beds like I did in there, so it doesn't need to be enforced or anything much, because I'll just be putting pots in here and filling the pots up. That's the plan here, but that's going to be possibly tomorrow's job. Morning, Sunday morning. I'm on Grandad Dave's plot at the minute because I wasn't initially mooching, but I am mooching. So I'm doing the baseboards of the polytunnel today, and I was going to use the fence panels, but found something a little bit different when I went having a quick look around Grandad's plot. 7-foot scaffold boards. Grandad have cured them. I don't know when. They've been down there for ages. He says I can have them, bless him.
I found them.
You found them? So did I. I've just found them as well. I've just found them on Grandad's plot. Now they're going to mine.
I found them on somebody else's plot.
You're not supposed to tell people that, man. He procured them for free.
I borrowed them, but they never came back.
Borrowed them, but they never came back. I like that. That's better, Grandad. So I've got enough boards here to be able to do the bottom of the polytunnel all the way around, which will be better than the fence panels I was originally going to do, and they're longer as well. So I'm going to go around now and we're going to get that sorted out. It is going to rain and then it's going to be a nicer day. I'm here all day, so I can wait for the rain if need be. I actually initially came in because I thought that he might have had some more net meshing around the bottom, but he doesn't. So I've ordered some, but it doesn't come till Tuesday, so I'll not be able to get that done until possibly next weekend. In fact, I can't get it done next weekend, I'm at work, but I'll get it done when I get a chance to do so anyways. But if I get these boards on, then that's a win as well today. Then the only thing that needs to be put on is the boards and also the bottom panel and also the poly. So again, dry fit, just seeing how they sit and how what bits I can cut off from where. And it looks like I'm going to be able to take the bit off there, pop it in that side. Then I'm going to have a full length across here. I'm going to have these bits here, which I can take a cut from and put it in there. So at the minute, it all looks hunky-dory. One thing I am going to do with these is I'm not going to have them directly touching the floor. I'm going to have them up by about a couple of inches, just so that they're sitting up. I might even just put them on a brick all the way around. Obviously get them level as well, just so that I don't want them too high off the ground, but I don't want them touching the ground for the moisture to travel through the board. Realistically, I should be painting these so that they don't rot as easily, but I'm not going to. I want to raise them up. They're baseboards at the end of the day, and there's nothing going to be going against them, no soil or nothing, so they should be absolutely fine. So just before I start, I came into the shed and I seen that somebody has left their hoodie here yesterday. Now sadly Ryan cannot come today, and I sent this video to my sister. So Ryan's not allowed to play out today, but I know he left this for me. No, what a good laugh, everybody. I've all had a good laugh with that. I'm going to get this off because it's not mine, and I'm going to crack on and get this polytunnel finished. See you over there. Right, it's now raining, so rain has stopped play. So this is how far I've gotten. I've gotten more than half of it done. So I've gotten that side done, that side done, that side done to there. So I've only got this side done to do in the next hour, because this is only supposed to last an hour. So I'll go and put my stuff on charge because my batteries are dying. I'm gonna have 5 minutes until the rain stops, and then crack on and get the rest done. Well, about 45 minutes later, I've had a pot noodle, a cup of coffee, batteries are all charged, got them all in here. It's time to crack on and get the rest of this finished. And just like that, we're level all the way around. May not look it because the ground's not level, but we are level all the way around, nice and straight. Everything is absolutely solid. Fantastic, all the way around. All the way around. Like I say, I've raised it up off the floor a little bit. I do need to get a little bit more weed control fabric just to go underneath this side. A little bit at the back there to stop things from coming in. But I can deal with that. That's not a bother. I could even just move it up a little bit and then staple it onto there to stop it from coming in over, or staple on the back side of it. But I can sort that out, not a problem. There we go. From not having, we're just having the standard frame going across here, to actually having the whole thing framed out, ready to be meshed along the bottom, and then poly put on the top, which can be done when it's a nice hot day, because it needs to be hot so that you can leave it on, the sun can bake it, so it can be pliable to be able to pull down. So the only thing I need to do with these now is to get the stuff for the sides so that we can nip it all in, just like I did with that front door earlier on in the video. Well, that is me done for this week. I'm going home, do the usual Sunday night routine, get this video edited and get it up. I will see you all on the live premiere tonight. If you're watching this back, thanks for watching. Stick a comment on and I'll be sure to get back to yourself, and you can stick a thumbs up, that'll be even better as well. So yet another productive week this week. Lots done, projects finished, projects started, just been tinkering on as well. But the main thing is, like I say, progress is being made. I've got 2 more days off till I get back to work next week, and I will be spending those next 2, well, tomorrow, at least tomorrow, in my shed to get things prepared for starting to grow for 2025. But from me today, thanks for everybody for watching, liking, commenting, and also for subscribing. The subscriber numbers have gone up past 4,400, which is grand. Nice to see numbers are up, and thanks everybody for your comments as well. Take care, I'll see you all in the next one. Watch what you're doing.